What's up YouTube, it's King9 back with another video, and today people, we have a duel of my Burning Abyss deck versus my opponent's hero deck. So yeah, if you guys like the video, or when you do finish watching the video, if you finish watching the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys did not like the video, go ahead and like the video. There's also a button for that, it's called the like button. So you see here, I do open with the hand of Mathematician, Rubric, Calicab, and Crane, and as well as Karma Cut. I can't talk today. So, you see here my opponent does drop the Summoner Monk, discarding a Miracle Fusion to bring out his one and only Shadow Mist. So, you see here I'm already screwed from day one. So, I mean, I have outs to it, being Rubric and Calicab into Virgil, but it's not the most optimal play, I guess you could say. So I'm already in a losing position, and you see here he does grab Form Change, and which is okay with me because it shows that he already does have Mass Change in his hand. So you see here he sets one card, two cards, and then he sets a third card, and two of those being, or one of them being Mass Change and one of them being Form Change. And here my draws do not get any better, so I draw a Barbar basically. And here you see I go ahead and normal summon the Calicab, because I figured like, hey, if I can spin one of his back rows, it'll be less of a worry if he doesn't Mass Change here. So you see I normal summon the Calicab and I special summon the Rubric, and I proceed to go into Virgil, of course. But as I'm doing this, of course he has to have just the Mass Change just in time, and I would have said something, but I mean it's not too much of a big deal, I guess. I mean I did give him time to wait, or I did give him time to respond, but I feel like it's not that big of a deal. It's only singles. So yeah, would you guys want me to do heroes as a possible duel series? Maybe, I don't know. I mean I've been playing the deck for a year. I mean I know the ins and outs of it. It's a good deck, just not in the Pepe format. Well, Dark Law is really good. It's just like the deck is so powerful that like they can get over it real easily. How they would get over Naturia Beast and stuff like that. So you see here I do summon my Virgil, and I do attempt to attack into his Dark Law. Then he Fiendish Chains it, and I'm just like, alright, well I can't win, because this basically takes away a lot of my momentum, because if I wanted, I could, if he didn't have the Fiendish Chain, I would have just spun the Summoner Monk back into his deck, and I would have had Barbar in the grave for Crane, and everything would have been good. But no, of course not. Nothing goes my way when I'm playing this game. So you see here that he does summon the Blazeman, and now I'm in an even worse position than I was originally. He goes ahead and activates the effect of him. Takes a whole like 10 minutes to search out a polymerization, which isn't even that hard to. I mean, it's not like you're playing super polymerization where you have like two options, and even then it's not that hard. But you know what, whatever. I don't understand some people sometimes. Like, this deck isn't very hard to play. And you see here, in the fear of him using Summoner Monk, I go ahead and just use my Karma Cut, because I didn't want him gaining more advantage with Summoner Monk. And I know you guys might be thinking like, okay, that's not very smart, because if he uses Poly, he could, fuse the Bubble Man and Blaze Man. But when I was playing, I was thinking like, okay, I don't want him gaining even more advantage than he has now, and him activating Polymerization and fusing doesn't necessarily give him that much advantage. So you see here that he does indeed go ahead and activate his Polymerization in just a little. There you go. He activates his Polymerization, sending the Bubble Man from his hand in a little while. There you go. And he sends a Bubble Man as well as a Blaze Man to grave. And he does special summon his one and only Nova Master, which I had to cut out because it takes a long time for him to decide his moves. So you see here I'm basically done, because I don't have anything to counteract what he has, because Dark Law and Nova Master is too strong. So yeah, it's basically over from here. I take 100 or 2500 from Dark Law and Nova Master, and you see here that he does draw the card for Nova Master. He goes to main phase 2, sets a card into his back row, I believe, No, I'm kidding. Not really. He obviously has to send Phoenix Chain. He does set 1 to his back row, or 2 to his back row, and ends his turn. And I draw a good and evil. And I'm like, yeah, this game does not like me. So I admit defeat. There you go, guys. A game I lost for once. So if you guys liked the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys dislike the video, go ahead and like the video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and all that jazz. I'm Cooper King 9 signing out. Bye.